Ever had a moment so embarrassing it haunts you forever? From mistaking a mom for a grandma, to fainting mid-shower, to literally getting scared of. Minesweeper, these are the kind of stories that make you laugh, cringe and say, yep, that would totally happen to me. Get ready for some painfully relatable TIFU moments. TIFU by trying to wash my hair on an empty stomach. Technically, this disaster happened yesterday. A Redditor had asked me in a previous post how I was doing after a recent trip to A&E, ER for my American friends. Little did they know, things had taken an even wilder turn. For context, I'm a 21-year-old woman living alone in a women's accommodation. I was on my period after a week-long energy drain. Add nausea-induced fasting to the mix. And my body was basically running on fumes. Despite knowing better, I thought it'd be a genius move to wash my hair while doing laundry, ultimate multitasking, right? Since I wasn't feeling hungry, I ignored the warning signs. The water was lukewarm, leaning toward cold. Because steam makes me lightheaded. My curly hair takes forever to detangle, so I was in for an hour-long session. About 20 minutes in, the dizziness crept up. I turned off the shower, grabbed my towel, and planned to take a breather before finishing up. Then bam! My vision blacked out, and I face-planted straight into the wall. My poor front tooth took the brunt of it. Disoriented, I stumbled towards my room. But my towel was slipping, my hair was dripping, and my breathing was erratic. I fumbled with my key, door wouldn't budge. Panic set in. I turned to my flatmate's door for help. But before I could knock, my legs gave up on me. Next thing I knew, I was sprawled out on the grimy hallway carpet. Soaking wet and barely conscious. A few minutes later, someone rushed upstairs. And found me. Shout out to you, lifesaver. She called an ambulance and helped me back to my room. So I could throw some clothes on. Paramedics arrived, checked my vitals, and hooked me up to an ECG. Blood sugar. Normal. Heart rate. A little fast. Probably from the whole passing out dramatically thing. The real concern. My blood pressure, which kept dropping 102, then 91. That earned me a one-way trip to the hospital. A&E was pure chaos. At one point, a woman claiming she had sepsis started chasing me. Don't ask, I have no answers. The overstimulation was unreal, and none of my emergency contacts picked up. Big thanks, guys. My blood pressure remained low, so the doctors wanted to hook me up to IV fluids and check my red blood cell count. But after 5 grueling hours, I'd had enough. I signed myself out, took an Uber home, ate the best meal of my life, and crashed, feeling equal parts exhausted and ridiculous. Moral of the story: never, and I mean never, shower on an empty stomach, especially if you're on your period. TLDR: thought I was being efficient, showered without eating, fainted, smacked my tooth on the wall, collapsed. Naked in the hallway, got hauled off to the hospital, survived pure mayhem, then went home and feasted. Lesson learned: eat first, shower later. TIFU by accidentally calling a person old. Not today, but this moment still haunts me. I used to work at a children's clothing store during a big grandparents appreciation sale, where grandparents got 30% off their entire purchase. The store was packed with older folks, shopping for their grandkids. And many moms even brought their parents along just to snag the discount. It became such a norm that I got into the habit of assuming everyone was a grandparent. You can probably see where this is going. An older woman approached the register with a mountain of kids' clothes, and 2 little kids in tow. Without a second thought, I flashed my best customer service smile and cheerfully said, "Hi, Grandma." The look she gave me could have melted steel. "Excuse me," she snapped, eyes narrowing. Still not processing my mistake, I cluelessly continued. "Are you taking advantage of our Grandparents' Day promotion?" Looks like you found some great deals. Her glare intensified. What are you talking about? Like an absolute idiot, I launched into a detailed explanation of the discount, proudly emphasizing how lucky she was to get 30% off for being a grandparent. She leaned in, practically seething. I'm their mother. Cue immediate regret. To be fair, I had no idea how old she actually was. Maybe she just had an old school style, or maybe she was genuinely an older mom. But to my now very humbled eyes, she looked at least 60, and the kids seemed around 4 to 6 years old. Either way, she was furious. So furious, in fact, that she reported me to management for bad customer service. Thankfully, my manager just laughed at my stupidity and let me off with a warning, mostly to think before I speak next time. TLDR, I assumed a woman was a grandma, called her grandma to her face, and doubled down by explaining a senior discount. Turns out she was the mom. She was not happy. TIFU by making myself afraid of Minesweeper. This is so unbelievably stupid. I like to relax by listening to scary stories on YouTube, kind with deep-voiced narrators talking about skinwalkers in national parks, glitches in the Matrix, and other eerie tales. For months, I paired this with playing Minesweeper to keep my hands busy. It was my perfect little routine. Somewhere along the way, my brain decided that Minesweeper itself was the horror story. Now, when I open the game, I get this weird sense of dread. My internal monologue goes, okay, either this square is a bomb, or this one. But not both, and suddenly, it feels like life or death. When I click on a mine, I flinch. Every single time. It's ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous. But my dumb brain has conditioned itself to associate this simple Windows XP era game with existential terror. I've tried everything to undo it, playing without sound, listening to happy music, even deliberately clicking mines to desensitize myself. But nothing works, because I still love horror content too much to stop. So here I am, stuck in a dumb paradox, where a casual logic game now feels like a psychological thriller. Send help. TLDR, I accidentally Pavloved myself into fearing Minesweeper by pairing it with horror stories for months. Now clicking a mine makes me physically jump.
That's it for the story today. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with even more exciting stories next time.
See you then.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications.
Thank you.
Raising Hands Party Popper.